All right, there, guys. How's it going? It's a whole new thing. It's a whole new difficulty when you're not presented with, sequentially reenacted version of present events being reflected on a screen that lies before you. When you don't have that, it's a whole new fucking thing, isn't it? Like, please excuse my language at this ungodly hour, witching hour, I do believe. As they used to say back in the old days, man, the days of fucking Chaucer. The fucking old English language, man. Those Middle Ages, they knew how to fucking tie a few words together back then. Like, it didn't matter. You could spell a word whatever way you wanted. If you get it right, you might be declared a poetic genius. You get it wrong, well, you're gonna get beheaded. You'll be in the stocks, yeah. So, guys, what else is going on in the world of boxing? Well, who's a great fighter these days? David Benavidez, yeah. I haven't watched him yet. I had a light heavyweight. Love him as super middleweight. Big guy, big frame. Not a lot of meat on the bone. So it makes sense that he could move up, but why should he have to move up if he's already like the best fighter there? Because he can't get that money fight that he really wanted, and so he has to move up. And people are getting to see his skills and what it is that he can do. I think in more of his earlier fights, you get to see a little more of the hand speed and the combinations of punches that was sometimes 6, 7, 8 punches in a row, and there was an idiosyncratic particular little perambulation in the way that he moved that was very satisfying to the eye. Not to mention he's got the blood and guts factor and some of those intangibles as well. Type of things, a decent personality. He's had a few discrepancies in the past, but we like to lace even the fucking our greatest heroes. Look at Sugar Ray Leonard. But of course, usually such issues are rooted in some kind of childhood bereavement of, any kind of sort of commonplace of a fucking ordinary life, So, people like this are drawn to things like boxing, hopefully, rather than the streets, where shit can get heavy. And even rough and tough dudes like David Benavidez, or like his brother, Jose Benavidez, can run into some trouble, get shot in the leg. Apparently, he was the more talented of the two, and even give fucking Bud Crawford a good fight. Like, if you remember well, if you're an actual boxing fan or not some moron, In which case, you wouldn't be watching this video anyway, So, we talk about real shit. We talk about actual stuff, with very little kowtowing to the establishment or, of course, one must be respectful of age-old traditions and things like this. It's very important, very important. It's essential, well, you don't want to be kowtowing too much to the establishment, man, because we like a rebel too, don't we? And we're talking about the realm of entertainment here and how boxing stars can be sold as almost like soap stars, like good old Barry Hearn, yeah. Always says, you take it, you find those great characters, your Eubanks, your Benz, your whoever it might be, and then you put just that little spin on it. Your Steve Davises, put a little spin on it. Whatever he meant by that, I mean, nobody can really be sure. But maybe he was onto something. Oh, Barry Hearn, man. Oh, Barry Hearn. But, yes, I had a friend round earlier. We were playing some music, we were battering out a few tunes, both being decent guitar players and knowing our way around the chords and things. It's like if, If you're a boxer, you go into spar with somebody that's really good and you really appreciate the work, you know, because you really learn something. He maybe learns something from you too, and you come away with respect and all of that nice stuff, you know. It's brilliant. It turns out this guy's also a kickboxer. So, you know, we were holding the pads for each other and doing a wee bit of this and that and back and forth and, you know, believing that we knew quite a bit about what we were doing until, you know, things got heavy and you realise how little you know, but this is life, you know, but yes, man. The old characters, you know. It's a fine old balance, isn't it? It's a fine old balance. These days, these old days, man, you know. And this Eubank Jr., Ben, fight looms ever closer, you know. What's going to happen? How many, what is it? Is it going to the Manchester Arena or something? There's not in Wembley for that, surely. I imagine it'd be a small arena, but the publicity generated around it and such much, you know, add up to some sort of fiscal sort of jackpot. You would imagine for the likes of your Bricktop, Sarah, and your Eddie Hills and all the rest of them. Like, them boys are fucking raking it in, aren't they? Like, they're making good money, but you know what I mean? If she were to get in the ring without Bricktop in his prime, what do you think would happen? Like, you might knock him out stone cold, like with a fucking straight right hand to the forehead, you know what I mean? In the fucking fourth round or whatever, like. But you do know that he's got like a whole gang of, you know, Cockney pretenders, you know, and it's just waiting in the changing rooms for you whenever you go back, you know. So it's a funny old game, isn't it, guys? You know, all these games. That's why I watch snooker now, mostly. You know, I probably put up a few snooker videos soon. Hopefully you'll all enjoy them and stuff. And anyway, hope you're keeping well and all the rest of it. Like.